Alright, I'm Ken Danger. You may know me from the band 332, the Rhumba of the Beast. I say band, it's just me playing all the instruments, but I like to think it's a band. Anyway, I like two things in life: the music of Beelzebub, Prince of Darkness, and a nice cup of Earl Grey. Now I've been challenged to see if I could come up with some heavy metal music using synthesizers and drum machines, and I said, alright. Now for drums I'm going to use an Oberheim drum machine. Now I've tuned this in for a nice beefy sound. Now I've done that for two reasons. Firstly, so it's a nice beefy tone, give it that kind of metal edge, but secondly so it's in tune with itself, but also in tune with the piece of music I'm going to make, which is in E. Now I've heard some of you numpties have got your song in E, your kick drum tuned to F, your snare tuned to B flat, and your toms tuned to E flat. Stop it, or I'll tell your mother. Now this drum machine's from 1983, so I'm not going to sit there and program it like a mug. I'm going to use MIDI. So instead of guitars, we're going to use synthesizers. So for guitar 1, I'm going to use a Korg MS-20. Take in a couple of sawtooths, tune one up a fifth for a power chord. Then I've run it through its own external signal processor so it can stew in its own distortion and become a bit more metal-like. Sounds like this. Now, because it's monophonic, you can play it with the metal horns. Nice. So for guitar 2, I'm going to use an Arp Odyssey. Same trick as before, two sawtooths, one up a fifth, power chord. Now the Arp Odyssey doesn't distort quite like the Korg MS-20 does, so I've run it through a pedal, the Boss HM2 Heavy Metal. Of course, it sounds like this. Lovely. So for bass, I'm going to use a Sequential Pro 1. Now, we're not going to use two oscillators with one up a fifth, because it's a bass, we're just going to use one oscillator. I'm going to use a triangle wave for a bit of subbiness, and a sawtooth for a bit of bite. Wonderful. Now for the next sound, I'm going to use a guitar synthesizer. Now some of you may be saying, using a guitar synthesizer, that's cheating. And I'd say, yeah, but you're forgetting about this. Now I've got a Korg X 911 guitar synthesizer over my shoulder. I've chosen 5 of the wave shapes, combine them together, and run those through an Ibanez tube screamer. Now that sounds like this. As you can hear, the tracking is a little bit funky, and you kind of had to use downstrokes because the upstroke caused it to get a little bit confused, like my Uncle Colin. If you play a chord, it goes mental. Much like my Uncle Colin. Down by my feet I've got a Korg MSO4 modulation pedal that's got an LFO and also bend, which I can use with the filter and the oscillator. I've used a square wave, tuned it in so it's a fifth, and then I can do this kind of thing. Fantastic. Now for the guitar solo we're going to use a synth again. Now my fingers aren't nimble enough on the old Ivories, so I'm going to use a Studio Electronics MIDI Mini. It's going to be played by my computer. Beautiful.
Alright, so we've got drums, we've got bass, we've got 2 rhythm synths, we've got a guitar synthesizer, and we've got a solo. Let's see what it all sounds like.